Hi teachers, there are a couple of things I wanted to share with you to follow up after our training today, and one of them was spending a little time in Google Drive and converting, because I know we had to cover that kind of quickly, so I figured maybe a video would be a great way to help you. First thing I want to show you is a couple ways to get to Google Drive if you are on your computer. You can either type in the address drive.google.com, or if you're on this first page, and if you're in Chrome, you can hit a tab and open a new tab. If you work in Google Chrome, it makes a lot of the things you want to use with Classroom and Google a lot easier. And you get this little grid right here, which are the Google apps. And so you can just click and it'll take you right on over to Drive. You also, I'll grab another new tab. On this side, there's an app set that brings you here. And this one allows you to go into this web store and add all kind of different apps that can work in the Google browser. And so that's one of the things that you are able to do. And so you can open it from here. It doesn't matter what way you get there. Any of those ways that you get there are perfect and will get you to the same spot. Once you're in your Google Drive, you're going to want to upload that file that you need to convert if it's not already in your drive. So simply come to New, and you can upload a file, or you can do an entire folder at a time. Down here, this would help you to create the new items, and there are even others that you can add further down the road. So you would upload your file and find it in your drive. Remember I said the search feature is really good. It does a good job of finding things in your drive. But you also will find that you can sort them by alphabet and all those good things. So what you're able to do is come in and you can look by the little icons and tell what you are going to have, what type of file it is. And you notice I did have some Word ones. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look at this one. If I right click on it and I come up here to Open With, I'm able to come to Google Docs and click on Google Docs. And what that does for me is it works on converting it. And it may take a moment. I always advise that what you do is come in and give it a good look. It may rearrange things if there are pictures, and you may have to do a little cleanup. But once you have it in this format, then you are able, now that it's a Google Doc, to upload that into Classroom. And that's going to be your best way of putting things over to Google Classroom. If you have a PDF, and I searched and found some PDFs on mine, there's a way to just simply, again, right-click, Open With, and Google Docs. Now, it's probably going to take a little while, especially if it's a longer PDF, so you're going to get that little processing. But I also wanted to show you that if you simply opened it, what often happens is it will open up in like a little window above your Google Drive, and it'll say Open With, but Documents won't be an option at that point. And so you have to be careful about that, and here it is. It's because I have the other one processing. You'll notice here if I say Open With, it doesn't give me the option for Docs. Now I can sit and I can flip through it, but I'm not able to do it the other way. And so that's important. So here's the one that's converted. Get my research window out of the way. And so I would want to come through. And you can see this is obviously brought in as an image. And so you'll need to look through to see how it brought it in. In this one, it brought in this piece as an image. It brought this in as text that could be edited, and so on. So this one's one image. So it depends on how it was built into the PDF when the PDF was built. But you will get pieces that you can take and edit. As always, I advise please check the whole thing before you just throw it over to kids. Anything that was an image like this is going to remain as an image. So here's a PowerPoint. And again, if I right-click and say Open With, Google Slides is an option. And so I'm going to go ahead and click on it, and it'll take a moment to convert over. And what you're going to see is it builds it in. Now I'm in Google Slides. Again, it's going to depend on how it was done. But on this one, there were certain pieces that were put in that I actually could come in and change and use this as a base template for the students. Sometimes the teachers will have them do a fake Twitter page for a character as a way of thinking deeper about that character. So you could put this template and then they could come in and start to change the parts of the template. So it's one of those things you have to kind of see how each document translates over. But when you can do it this way, it's going to make it easier if you're assigning it out through Google Classroom.